Good guys, welcome back to the second take. I'm Eddie Reese.
I'm Danny, G-Shirt.
Oh, and this is going to be a special episode because we're going to get into Batman v Superman. Even though I've already got a review up, this is our discussion. It's the second take discussion. But we're also going to do a Daredevil look up, and even though we ain't finished the last two episodes. So.
Got 2 episodes left.
So what should be your impressions of season 2 Netflix Marvel Daredevil?
Do you know what? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it like that. Like, I knew it was going to be good. Elektra surprised me. She's just a freaking fruitcake, isn't she? Like, wow, those movies done the character no justice.
Of course not. She was always a wicked character.
Like, she's just like...
And you like her even more now once you see her origin.
Yeah.
And you kind of get to see what went into her being the way she is.
Just a small little girl looking for some excitement. Look at excitement.
Wicked.
But yeah, no, I mean, after the disaster that was Jessica Jones for me, I'm glad that Daredevil come and cleanse my palate.
No, I like Jessica Jones, but you know, it could have been more. It could have been more. It could have been more, but I liked it still.
It was alright.
So where'd you judge season 2 compared to season 1?
It's hard because I actually have thought about this, and I was even thinking, is season 1 better?
See, I find this is better paced. There's more going on in season 2. I like the threads of having Daredevil's story and Punisher's story.
Yeah.
Even though Dead and Elektra, but
Fist coming.
But I mentioned this in my review. Daredevil as a character has become frustrating for me because he's become the Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's him, not the show, but him. He's listen to what I say, even though I'm a hypocrite and I'm always right.
But have they done that intentionally though? Because if you again, episode 9 with Foggy, who's becoming increasingly annoying. I know he's a friend and shit, but he's annoying. But again, he kind of tells him the exact same thing, like where he says about you do not get to create these dangers and then tell us to be careful and try to save us from it, you know. And so it's kind of like I feel like it's an intentional thing.
Yeah.
You know, and again, it's him finding himself, and now he's realizing with what he's doing how it's affecting the people around him. But at the same time, Elektra's having a big effect on him.
Yeah, soulmate.
Both as Daredevil and as
Matt Murdock.
Yeah, that's alright.
See, I think season 2 more exciting, more interesting characters. But what season 2 doesn't have that season 1 had was the heart of. In season 1, you had Fisk and his love story with Jessica was her name?
I can't remember.
Jennifer, something like that. Yeah, that was like a heart. That was real. I felt for those two. And you shouldn't. He's the bad guy, but you feel for those two, man. And season 2 hasn't got any of that. So you've still got 2 episodes to go. So there's still things to be revealed.
2.
But one thing I'm a little upset with is that they haven't introduced super-powered individuals into this yet. And if Daredevil's going to be part of the Defenders, you know, he's going to be next to Jessica Jones and all these other characters. Shouldn't they have slowly introduced him into that world? Like, it's going to be a bit jarring to see him next to people with powers all of a sudden.
But Daredevil technically has powers. He's not a vigilante per se.
Not really.
He's not like Arrow
he does,
or Batman.
He does, but he doesn't. He kind of does, but they've really dulled it down. In the comics, he has full-on powers, like full-on sonar and all that shit.
Yeah.
In this, they don't really. They kind of ground it.
But do you not think that's developing? Because did you notice, like, from the first early episodes, when his hearing started going again, and it was like magnified.
That was a concussion, man.
I know,
He got
but
shot in the
I was
head.
thinking, really, but that came up kind of twice.
That's actually reminded me
And
of
I was
something.
thinking, wow, okay.
This actually points out a difference between DC Universe and the Marvel Universe. Daredevil gets shot in the head. He's fucked for a couple of episodes. He's concussed. He needs to chill. Batman gets shot in the head 2 or 3 times in the new Batman v Superman film. In that scene where
And he's a character.
and he's like,
funny enough, the episode of Gotham that I just watched a few days ago, where little Bruce gets beaten the fuck up so badly, right? And then literally within hours, that big bruise was on his face and everything disappeared like that.
and Punisher's fucked up face lasted for a couple of episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's lasted throughout the whole court trial, all the way through to him being in prison, all the way to that epic scene. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. That's a whole other thing, man.
Wicked.
But don't get me started.
They do a good job on that show, man. I'm curious to see where they go with I didn't want to say Nicolas Cage. Luke Cage.
You know what? I'm not looking forward to that. I saw the teaser. And my whole thing is, if you're impenetrable, what fun are you?
Nah, you just put him
so
against
now he has to use more emotion, human emotion.
Yeah, he doesn't have that range as an actor. But it means they have to team him up against antagonists that have like Jessica Jones level strength. That can actually throw him around.
I feel like I'm not sure how that's gonna go. For me, Daredevil's the best by far so far with the Marvel Netflix thing. Jessica Jones hasn't done it for me, and so how's that going to pair up when Iron Fist drops, as well as Luke Cage?
This is real interesting. Kung fu, mystical powers, alternate dimensions and shit. Fireballs, like that's gonna be weird. Dragons and stuff.
This is it.
But yeah, fuck this, man. Let's get into it. Batman v Superman. We just saw it. I saw it yesterday and saw it again today. He saw it for the first time.
It's alright. It's alright. I'm disappointed. The critics, sometimes I don't read and listen to critics. And I say, it's worth seeing for yourself. The older I get, the wiser I become. And you know what? Some of these critics aren't actually wrong.
They were spot on with this one.
I give this film a 4 out of 10. A 5 at best. And that means that's really, really, really stretching the truth. 2.5 hours, Ed. And this is the best they did. And again, Snyder with the whole let's tell a story and let's make it so deep and enriching. And then by the end of it, it's like...
Again with Snyder. Snyder isn't deep and enriching.
What's the point?
It's the people around him that are trying to make it deep and enriching, but he just can't execute it. He's not a director that can do characters, that can do drama. He's like Michael Bay in that respect. He just can't have...
I was going to say... Do you know what? The level of epicness I saw in that film, in terms of the destruction and everything, I was like, why can't Michael Bay learn from that? Maybe you directors need to all meet up and borrow from each other. Like good practices and share yourselves, because
maybe that's what Zack Snyder needs. He needs to become a directing duo. Get a director that can do drama. Someone from the indie scene, and he can just handle the action.
But then, do you know what? Egos.
Yep, egos.
Egos.
The guy wants to prove himself, but he can't.
Snap some coke together.
That was the thing. I liked
Watchmen,
Watchmen, but that was the same problem. When it became about people face to face, that's where it was let down for me.
Yeah.
And Sucker Punch was a fucking mess.
I know, but I enjoyed looking at that girl though.
Yeah, it was like I said. That's the visual shit though. That's the eye candy.
Yeah,
he provides the best eye candy.
He does. But probably like living out his fantasy on camera. But yeah, it was disappointing.
Disappointing. And why is Batman psychic? No explanation. No explanation to why he can see visions of either an alternate future.
Several alternate futures.
We don't know whether the place that he was at was Apocalypse, Darkseid's planet, or whether it was the future of what Earth could become if Apocalypse comes and wins.
Yeah.
And we've seen the Flash jumping through time, like trying to get to him, but there's no explanation.
I didn't realise it was the Flash. And I thought it was like he was having some old dream about Robin. And Robin was reaching out to him because, the whole Joker killed Robin and thing.
That's all the thing. They never answered that. They teased it in the trailer. No reference. Every major moment in this, we saw in the trailers. Yeah. People tried to bitch and said, "No, it's not. There's more." It wasn't.
It wasn't. I struggled. Not because of how long it is. It just didn't grab my attention. It didn't hold my attention. It did nothing for me.
Who did you care about in this?
Martha Kent.
Really?
That's how bad it was.
Okay.
I didn't care.
It's one more character than me then.
No, I didn't care about no one, bro.
Now, what I did care about is that I didn't realise that Martha Kent and Martha Wayne had the same first name.
Yeah.
All these years, I never realised that. It never clicked. And I knew
Martha.
What the fuck? That's random.
What did you think of Lex?
Did not like him.
Eisenberg.
He was bearable in the beginning. I thought, it's not so bad, but then he just kept getting. It was corny. It was like a cartoon villain.
Yes.
In this movie,
there was no
trying to be more
justification as to
serious.
what was his problem with Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, the Batman thing, because I think Batman kind of intruded his space, so it's like, oh, I can't fuck you up, so I'm going to get this one to do it. But the point being, you had planned that 2 years ahead. So therefore, what was your problem with Bruce? What was your problem with Clark?
Rubbish motivations,
That made no sense and was unexplained.
No, if it would reveal that he knew that
Bruce
Batman
Wayne's
was Bruce.
whole nonsense of chasing after Superman and like
I got that though.
it was just like, dude.
I kind of saw him paranoia in the sense of feeling inadequate.
Yes, and in the Justice League cartoon movies that comes out, Bruce always has these little failsafe for Superman a day, Superman
for everybody
flips and so forth.
He literally has for everyone in the Justice
apart
League.
from himself. Stupid idiot.
But he can do the least. Well, it's weird because on one hand he can do the least damage because he's not super powered, but because he's the smartest, that in a way makes it that he can actually do the most damage by fucking.
But how is he the smartest?
You
What,
think
private school education?
Pretty. It's either the thing with Batman that he's a detective. That was always the main thing in the old comics, that he was a detective. So he could think analytically the way that the rest of them couldn't, because they were just regular people that just had powers, you know.
Man, I think Clark will fuck his shit up.
Well, he didn't in this. We saw Batman fucked him up.
Man.
Big time. Could have killed him. But then the Superman started to cry and said, "Save my mommy."
I know, like the Martha thing. He's like, why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? And all of a sudden they were best friends because they both their mums are called Martha.
Exactly what I said in the review. Exactly what I said.
You were just about to kill this dude. You don't even know him. He smacked you up before.
Exactly.
Twice. He fucked you right up. He fucked your shit up. Wow. He ripped the wings off your Batmobile. How much is that gonna cost you, Mr. Wayne?
You get me? How rude.
And then the moment he needs his mum saving, it was like, why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name?
I guess some people are gonna say that was the moment that Batman realized that even though he's an alien, he was raised as a man and he has a mother and he has connections to this world.
It was so disjointed.
But he just wasn't sold.
No.
The right way. But you didn't say what you thought of Lex though. You actually like Lex.
I didn't hate him and I didn't like him. I thought it was interesting what they're trying to do with Lex, and I thought maybe they're going back to the old Gene, what's his face?
Hackman.
Gene Hackman from the Christopher Reeves.
Even that one was better, and I didn't like.
And because he was like, he wasn't scary like the Kevin Spacey one.
The thing is, Lex isn't supposed to be crazy. He isn't supposed to be unhinged. Lex Luthor is supposed to be intelligent and calculating.
Yes.
Not like, oh my god, they're coming, he's coming.
The red coats are coming, the red coats are coming. I think it was the voice that let him down. The voice that he was using, because...
But he's mental as well. You saw him at the end in the prison going all nutty and shit.
If he had just come up and just done it like this...
I don't think the actor's capable.
You know.
And it turned out it wasn't the wig after all this time before he was wearing a wig, and it wasn't.
It was actually his hair, yeah. It's like, the red coats are coming. The red coats are coming. Like, they could have done, as opposed to...
Nah.
It was almost like he was like...
Bryan Cranston would have killed it.
A shitty Joker.
Bryan Cranston would have killed it. Should have been Bryan Cranston.
Who's
Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Should have been him.
Yeah.
Should have been him.
Yeah.
Why? Should have done it.
And why was Lex younger than Bruce and...
Because this is Lex Jr. they're trying to say. So they may bring in another Lex, possibly. They never explained what happened to...
Jr.
They never explained what happened to the other Lex, because they did say that the dad's called Lex as well.
Yeah.
So we may actually get...
Junior fucked his dad up.
But he never actually said he fucked his dad up. He said his dad fucked him up. I think he did more to him because he said he beat him and other depravity. So.
Yeah, and I think it was like he was alluding to like, I dealt with that. Now I'm in charge, bitch.
Yeah, well let's say it.
Okay, Wonder Woman.
Open.
What do you think?
Potential. Action. She did great. She kicked ass. But as soon as she opened her mouth, wooden. Her line delivery, wooden as hell. So it makes me a little worried to see.
I am not excited.
It makes me a little worried for the film. And I'm looking forward to the Wonder Woman film.
Nah.
The first images have come out. Get the picture up. It looks hot as hell. Good cast, but as long as she's chatting, yeah, I'm worried.
I'm not interested in this motherfucker. And then who else did we have? So and then Ben Affleck as Batman.
Killed it. Strongest. Should have just been his movie. That's the thing. You can edit 2 hour-long, maybe, good films out of this. One for Superman, but the better one for Batman.
Yeah. It's just
so much good shit. You can actually edit a good film out of this. So much you could have gotten rid of.
I found Lois Lane as well to be the most annoying thing about this film.
Like us, yeah.
But as we were saying, like, why was she there? Like, her scenes made sense, and then after,
to keep the actress happy.
Without giving it away, but after the major incident,
give it away. Spoiler, fucking.
It was like, what is the point of Lois when she went to Perry? And it was like, I need a helicopter. And it was like, it's not for work. So why the fuck are you using company money, company time
helicopters ain't
for
cheap.
A private chartered helicopter?
Helicopter.
And then she got there and really, it was like, that's his mother's name. That's his mother. It's like, that whole bit was just...
It was dumb. Could have just got rid of it, and then the whole bullshit of her getting rid of the spear just to collect it again. I reckon they only did that to give the actress something to do, because you have this prestigious actress, you need to keep her happy, give her something to earn the money.
They didn't need her.
And they should have just gotten rid of her. Should not have been in this.
I prefer Lois from...
What shouldn't have been in this? Batman's family should not have been in this. That was a wasted scene. We already know the story. Exactly. We didn't need that.
That's not adding to his bitterness.
We didn't need Kevin Costner on the mountain.
No.
Didn't need Lois.
Didn't need Lois.
Didn't need the spear. As interesting it was to see, we didn't need the apocalypse, planet, desert Batman thing. I think they just put that there just for more action scenes.
There was just a lot thrown in for no reason.
It would have been good if there was some explanation as to what the fuck it was, but they didn't.
And then Lex basically doing the research into all these meta-humans, and he had Cyborg, he had Flash, he had Wonder Woman, and he had, who's the last one? Aquaman. And you get these little, like, 5-10 second previews of things to come. Aquaman looked boring as hell. He looked great, but looked freaking shit. Cyborg,
come up with a better scenario.
They could have done something better. Again, that looks like it should be a TV show more than a movie.
It really does, doesn't it?
I think it works as a TV show. I like the TV show, but I see what they're trying to do with the film from that clip.
What do you think of the costume? Because you may not picked up on it, but when he reaches through the future or past or whatever, the front, he's got this whole mask that covers his face like a red helmet, but then it raises up and then you saw his face. So it's like a mechanical costume. It's like the Arkham Knight from the computer game.
I didn't actually notice that.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I think we'll see what happens. But it was.
You were right. Lois is the key. You were right. What the fuck does that mean?
Basically, Lois makes the film shitter.
She used to be clean.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And the part at the beginning when he's ringing his office to say get them out.
Yeah. What the fuck were they still doing there?
Why are you still there?
You're watching buildings collapse outside of your window and you're just staying there.
And I've noticed as well in films.
But that was cool though, that sequence. I like seeing it from the regular people's perspective. That
was heavy. Really, but I wouldn't have been in the building. Hello.
Would have been
hello.
And then we get that one actor who's crossed over from Marvel and DC, the henchman, the mercenary guy with the scar on his face.
Oh yeah.
He was in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he was one of them guys. He was one of the freaking Hydra guys.
What the fuck is this dude from? I didn't even recognize.
Back to forth. Guy used to be a model, used to be a pretty boy back in the day in Australia. Got in the car accident or motorbike accident. Fucked his shit up. That's why his eyes were wonky and his face was scarred.
Shit, really?
Yeah. But
thank God for him.
But now he's success. All them scars have actually made him a success because he's got a look.
Now he looks hard.
Potential, good movie in there.
Hold on.
What you go? What you thought?
While we're talking about Batman versus Superman, people. Now remember, this is the film that's meant to be the biggest grossing film of the year, according to him.
Before I'd seen it, mind you, and before Civil War's last trailer had come out, but you guys backed me up that we shook on Batman versus X-Men.
Now, guys,
that was the agreement. Let's
do this again on camera, right? When someone says something's going to be the biggest grossing film of the year, and you say, "Are you mad?" Mm-hmm. Even X-Men would outsell that. Listen to the key word, even. But then you said which X-Men. Means what I'm getting at when you listen to the whole thing. I'm saying
to me though,
right?
Because I said
it's not X-Men. Basically the long and short is it's not gonna be Batman versus Superman.
I said you think X-Men's gonna be bigger. You said yeah, and that's when we shook.
I hear what you're saying, but you know what. Basically, you knew that I was saying Batman versus Superman.
I didn't.
Don't.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have made a video about. I wouldn't have wasted time. I wouldn't have wasted my time editing a video.
Edited. There's the key word. Edited.
See this?
Edited the conversation.
Even with Batman v Superman.
Give them the original footage.
Failing.
Give them the original footage.
Even with Batman v Superman.
Hold on.
Failing.
Give them the original footage of the whole conversation.
That's it. I didn't cut anything out. So we want to finesse it. This is a one opportunity to finesse the.
No, long and short is it's not going to be the biggest grossing film.
I still think it will be, but X-Men. You still think X-Men is gonna be bigger film?
I said even.
No,
X-Men.
but now
my whole
forget
point
what we said before. Right now, do you think X-Men will still be a bigger film?
Will outsell Batman versus Superman? Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So is that what you're willing to shake on?
No, I've already shook on what I was shaking on.
I don't need to say anything because you guys know.
Well, I'll do a whole clean bet on that one. I'll do a £50 bet that X-Men Apocalypse will outsell Batman versus Superman. So that's £150.
If I admit it, now that I've seen it, it won't. Civil War will. Spider-Man will give it a nice little kick.
People were upset about the Spider-Man thing, though.
No.
It's the voice, but yeah.
No, I don't see any issue. I don't see any issue with that.
So I've already won £100.
Not yet. The world hasn't spoken. They make shit films succeed. Terminator Genesis, perfect example. In China, it succeeded and made its money back and stopped being a flop. So all people need to see is Batman and Superman, their face on a poster.
Yeah, I don't think China's gonna get with that. I mean, China likes robots and shit. But Batman versus Superman, they don't care.
They'll
care. Geiger.
They'll care.
No.
They'll care.
We'll
I'll get my money.
We'll see, man.
So, guess that's it from our superhero special
150
of the second take. As of
I might buy myself a new Apple Watch.
I thought you throw that
I'm gonna get 150 quid off you. So it's like, how?
Nine.
Maybe get another one for this fist.
Alright guys, I am Ed Race.
And I'm Danny.
This has been our second take for the week. Chaya.
Happy Easter.